Shalom, this is the new Yeshua Israel at Hebrew on Island 2. Today is Genesis 6 highlights, the wickedness of man. Okay, this is the one I really wanted to get to because, you know, Messianic Hebrews, a lot of Hebrews, definitely Christianity, and people in Catholicism, and they believe in Nephilim and the giant 400-foot men, half animals, and all that crazy stuff. They believe that, okay, but that's not the case, and I'm going to show you in the highlights. Okay, I'm going to show you the highlights. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you in the highlights of Genesis 6 that those big men are just people. Okay, you got to shed Christianity, shed that Greek mythology taught to you in Christianity. It has no place in the Torah. And the reason why it's taught, because Christians, heathen Christians, that's everybody outside of being a Negro, which is aka Aboriginal, aka Israelite, they're not supposed to be teaching the Bible. That's why you got 400-foot, 300-foot, 100-foot monsters, half-breed, half-man, half-monster, and all this other stuff. Okay? The fallen ones are Israelites. The whole Bible, history and law book is about Israelites. The relationship of us giving the law, not doing the law, being punished, being taken back, being forgiven, doing it again over and over and over. It's about Israel, not about other things. Okay, the heathen, the other people of the nations are just peripheral little pieces, chess pieces put around. Okay, Genesis 6 highlights. Wickedness of mankind. Men multiplied in the earth. I'm giving the highlights, okay? The famous... The Christian went to use this. Okay. You know, it's funny because I write my videos because I don't just do it off the top of my head, because there's a lot of things I want to say, and sometimes I would forget the important things I want to say, so I write it down. And sometimes, you know, I write like chicken scratch. Sometimes I can't read my own chicken scratch. It's funny. It took me a second to translate my own chicken scratch. But anyway, the famous lie that Christians want to use to say there were 100 feet giants, 400 feet giants, etc., etc., that the sons of Elohim saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and took them wives of all they chose. When Christians hear sons of God, sons of Elohim, they automatically think of angels or the fallen angels. No. The angels on the right side or the left side are all super obedient in the present and precise order of Elohim. The ones that are fallen is us, the wayward Israelites, his son. When you read Exodus chapter 4, you find out that when the Most High told Moses, go tell Pharaoh, the son of the Most High is Israel, even his firstborn. Okay, people say, oh, the Satan he's so bad, he's so bad. Yeah, Satan is created to do the evil things on the left side for the Most High, but he's most obedient. It's these Lucifers in Isaiah 14 that's on the earth is the one that's the real evil ones, the definitely disobedient ones. They were designed that way by the Most High in his movie, his story called Earth. Okay, and his star characters are the Israelites, the people that everybody hates, the Negroes. We're the chosen people. All the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26 are on us, no one else. And when you really read the Bible, you find out the people in the Bible are Negroes. They're black people, not whites or any other type of people on the earth. But anyway, and I'm going to read that. Exodus 4, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Most High, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I said unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. Remember, Hebrews, if you must prove anything biblical, or if you have any question relating to how we are to live and conduct ourselves, can only be found in reference in Torah alone. Okay? So, when Christians hear the sons of the Most High, the sons of God, they're thinking of fallen angels on the right hand, or angels or fallen angels. Those are the Israelites. Okay? My highlight, I'm still continuing Genesis 6 highlights. Man's years on earth is 120. You'll find that in Genesis chapter 6. But of course, it's been going down and down. Now, there's still some people that live, very few that live. You know, there's in, I think, Georgia, Russia, or somewhere, there's people that, they're centurions. You know, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. They're like, a lot of them live into their hundreds. Okay. No. Here we go. These crazy Christians and their Greek and Roman mythology with a giant slice and scoop of Marvel Comics, fantasy dream tales. The Nephilim, giants, half man, half thing, and all this. One-eyed Cyclops, all this stuff like that. Nah. Interwoven with their devil doctrine. That's called Christianity. And some Messianics Hebrew put that in there too, the Nephilim. Heathens. The Bible is only the history and law book of the physical Israelites, which are the Negro people on this flat earth. The Bible was not or ever will be for you to understand. That's why you are talking about Marvel comic Nephilim, the giants and all that stuff. You don't know the Bible. The Bible is not. This is why you come up with these Marvel comic giants, okay? And those big skeletons you see on the internet, those are all fake. See, you don't reference the Bible as proof and evidence. Hebrew Israelites, Torah-based Hebrew Israelites, we reference the Bible, the Torah. We reference the Torah as our guidance on truth. Okay, where am I at? Get out of here. All right, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sun, when the sons. Okay, remember I tell you my notes are chicken scratch. Sometimes it's hard for me to translate my own notes. When Caleb saw the giants in the Bible, he saw big men. The giants that they referenced were Goliath-sized men, like NBA basketball players, even bigger, a little taller, but not 50-foot, 100-foot, 400-foot Marvel comic monster giant Nephilim. If you are close to my height, I'm like 5'11". That's like 6 feet tall. If I go on the basketball court of the NBA, I will feel like a chocolate mint grasshopper cookie. Like a grasshopper alongside those giant NBA basketball players. Christians and even some Messianic Hebrews get carried away in Marvel comic classic Greek Roman mythology. When they speak of giants also, it is referencing a person of stature, your position, your power. See, people don't even factor that in. A giant in industry doesn't mean a 400-foot giant. That means somebody that has a lot of power and influence. You guys, man, when are you going to get the message? A giant in industry doesn't mean a Marvel comic, the Infinity War giant. Thanos, it doesn't mean that guy. It means somebody that has authority, power, wealth, and money and stuff like that, position. You guys get carried away like Christians, and you need to cut that stuff out. And I'm only talking to the Hebrew Israelites. In verse 4 of Genesis chapter 6, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. So if we peep at Genesis chapter 10, verse 8, Cush begot Nimrod and became a mighty one in the earth, not because he was a fallen angel and 400 feet tall, because his position of power over men and the land was great. You guys got Genesis 6 all wrong. Stop following Christianity and the Christians and the heathen. They're not the saints of the Most High. The Bible wasn't given to them to understand. It says in Psalm 147, 19 and 20, it said he gave his word to Jacob, his statutes and judgments unto Israel. And he hasn't done so with any other nations, neither have they known him. That's why they say the Nephilim in Genesis 6 are giant men. When you read Genesis chapter 10, Cush, Nimrod became a mighty man in the earth. It's because of his power, position, his stature in the earth over the other men. Putin and Trump, the Chinese president, etc., are considered mighty men. Trump ain't powerful. He's weak physically. He's probably tall, whatever, but he's feeble and he's weak. But he got power given to him by the people that really run the earth. Okay? He has more power than me and you. So he's considered a mighty man. Okay, you guys, mighty man. Oh, that means a 400-foot giant, Nephilim. You guys is confused. Christians and Messianic Hebrews who follow this giant myth, I need you to stay focused. Everything that says mighty men is not a 400-foot, 100-foot, 50-foot giant. Okay, I killed that. You know who. You know who I referenced the mosquitoes to. Look at the Genesis highlight chapter 4. Okay, let me see where I left off. Okay. Now come with me to Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 11. It's the same in Numbers chapter 21, verse 31 to 35. And listen, I don't put nothing down in the bottom of the video. Just stop the video, rewind it, and go back. I said, now come with me to Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 11, and read several verses in Numbers chapter 21, verses 31 and 35. Okay. Now we turned and went up the way to Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. Verse 2. And Howah said unto me, fear him not, for I will deliver him and all his people and his land into thy hands. It's talking to Moses. Verse 3. So the Most High, our Elohim, delivered into our hands Og, also the king of Bashan, and all his people, and we smote him until none was left. Till none was left of him remaining. Verse 11. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of giants. Behold, his bedstand was a bedstand of iron. It is not in Rabath of the children of Ammon. 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits the breadth of it, after the cubits of a man. Marvel comic Greek and Roman followers, King Og bed size in layman's term was 13.5 feet by 6 feet, according to the standard cubits of man. So it's 13 feet tall. So he's taller than all the NBA players, but he's not 50 feet tall. Yes, 13 feet tall is tall and is a giant size to an average normal 6-foot man, but it's not Marvel comic heights of 50 feet. Stay away from those funny cigarettes, you crazy Christians. Roman and Greek mythology. Okay, next point. I want to mention that Christians harp a lot. Angels sleeping with women. An angel is made in the image of Elohim, and thoughts are not, and their thoughts, the angels, are not our thoughts. And humans' cravings doesn't exist in angels. Food and sex is not a driving point with angels. They're not made as man. These celestial angels would probably look at women in disgust sexually, just like a normal man would look at a female gorilla in disgust. Zechariah 9:13. Let me do it fast because they're spraying chemicals to kill the mosquitoes. Zechariah 9:13. When I have bent Judah from me, fill the bow with Ephraim, and raise up the sons of Zion against the sons, of Greece, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man. See, that's this Zechariah 9:13 is just saying the power of men when they have power, prestige, armies and stuff like that. This is just someone wielding immense power over other people, not giant Nephilim. That's Zechariah 9:13. It referenced mighty men. Now come with me to Judges chapter 3. Judges chapter 3 verses 1 and verse 4. The Most High left the other nations around us to see if we would serve him or go after their gods and evil culture. This was why Israelites mentally were in chains of darkness. Now these are the nations which the Most High left to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan. And they were to prove Israel by them to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of H.O.I, which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. No, this proves angels are not fighting or warring against the Most High when you say that you are floating in Greek and Roman fairy tales. So I'm going to end it there because they started spraying and I want to get inside. Okay? Those giants are mighty men, or just men wielding a lot of power like the presidents, the kings on the earth. Not 400-foot giants. This was exciting, Genesis chapter 6 to me. You read Genesis chapter 6 on your own. I got to get inside because they sprayed the chemicals. Until next time, shalom or shalom.